Reflections in the Pillory by Charles Lamb. About the year 1801 R.D., a respectable London merchant, since dead, stood in the pillory for some alleged fraud upon the revenue. Among his papers were found the following reflections, which we have obtained by favour of our friend Elia, who knew him well, and had heard him describe the train of his feelings upon that trying occasion, almost in the words of the MS. Elia speaks of him as a man, with the exception of the peccadillo aforesaid, of singular integrity in all his private dealings, possessing great suavity of manner, with a certain turn for humour. As our object is to present human nature under every possible circumstance, we do not think that we shall sully our pages by inserting it. Editor. pg 330. Scene opposite the Royal Exchange. Time 12 to 1 noon. Ketch, my good fellow, you have a neat hand. Prithee adjust this new collar to my neck gingerly. I am not used to these wooden cravats. There, softly, softly. That seems the exact point between ornament and strangulation. A thought looser on this side. Now it will do, and have a care in turning me that I present my aspect due vertically. I now face the Orient. In a quarter of an hour I shift southward, do you mind? And so on till I face the east again, travelling with the sun. No half-points, I beseech you, NN by W or any such elaborate niceties. They become the shipman's card, but not this mystery. Now leave me a little to my own reflections. Bless us, what a company is assembled in honour of me. How grand I stand here. I never felt so sensibly before the effect of solitude in a crowd. I muse in solemn silence upon that vast miscellaneous rabble in the pit there. From my private box I contemplate with mingled pity and wonder the gaping curiosity of those underlings. There are my Whitechapel supporters. Rosemary Lane has emptied herself of the very flower of her citizens to grace my show. Duke's Place sits desolate. What is there in my face that strangers should come so far from the east to gaze upon it? Here an egg narrowly misses him. That offering was well meant but not so cleanly executed. By the tricklings, it should not be either myrrh or frankincense. Spare your presence, my friends, I am no ways mercenary. I desire no missive tokens of your approbation. I am past those valentines. Bestow these coffins of untimely chickens upon mouths that water for them. Comfort your addle spouses with them at home, and stop the mouths of your brawling brats with such alla padridas. They have need of them. A brick is let fly. Discase not, I pray you, nor dismantle your rent and ragged tenements to furnish me with architectural decorations which I can excuse. This fragment might have stopped a floor against snow comes. A coal flies. Cinders are dear, gentlemen. This nubbling might have helped the pot boil, when your dirty cuttings from the shambles at 3 halfpence a pound shall stand at a cold simmer. Now, south about Ketch, I would enjoy Australian popularity. pg 331. What my friends from over the water, old benchers, flies of a day ephemeral Romans, welcome. Doth the sight of me draw souls from limbo? Can it dispeople purgatory? Ha! What am I, or what was my father's house, that I should thus be set up a spectacle to gentlemen and others? Why are all faces, like Persians at the sunrise, bent singly on mine alone? It was wont to be esteemed an ordinary visnomy, a quotidian merely. Doubtless, these assembled myriads discern some traits of nobleness, gentility, breeding, which hitherto have escaped the common observation, some intimations, as it were, of wisdom, valour, piety, and so forth. My sight dazzles, and if I am not deceived by the too familiar pressure of this strange neckcloth that envelopes it, my countenance gives out lambent glories. For some painter now to take me in the lucky point of expression, the posture so convenient, the head never shifting but standing quiescent in a sort of natural frame, but these artisans require a westerly aspect. Ketch, turn me. Something of St. James's air in these my new friends. How my prospects shift and brighten. Now if Sir Thomas Lawrence be anywhere in that group, his fortune is made for ever. I think I see someone taking out a crayon. I will compose my whole face to a smile, which yet shall not so predominate, but that gravity and gaiety shall contend, as it were, you understand me. I will work up my thoughts to some mild rapture, a gentle enthusiasmus, which the artist may transfer in a manner warm to the canvas. I will inwardly apostrophize my tabernacle. Delectable mansion, hail, house not made of every wood, lodging that pays no rent, airy and commodious, which owing no window tax art yet all casement, out of which men have such pleasure in peering and overlooking, that they will sometimes stand an hour together to enjoy thy prospects. Cell, recluse from the vulgar, quiet retirement from the great Babel, yet affording sufficient glimpses into it. Pulpit that instructs without note or sermon book, into which the preacher is inducted without tenth or first fruit, throne unshared and single that disdainest a Brentford competitor, honour without co-rival, or hearest thou rather, magnificent theatre in which the spectator comes to see and to be seen. From thy giddy heights I look down PG 332 upon the common herd, who stand with eyes upturned as if a winged messenger hovered over them, and mouths open as if they expected manna. I feel the true episcopal yearnings. Behold in me my flock, your true overseer. What though I cannot lay hands because my own are laid, yet I can mutter benedictions. True otium cum dignitate, proud Pisca eminence. Pinnacle sublime, O Pillory, tease thee I sing, thou younger brother to the gallows without his ruff and Esau palms, that with ineffable contempt surveyst beneath thee the grovelling starks, which claims presumptuously to be of thy great race. Let that low wood know that thou art far higher born. Let that domicile for groundling rogues and base earth-kissing varlets envy thy preferment, not seldom fated to be the wanton baiting-house, the temporary retreat of poet and of patriot. Shades of Bastwick and of Prynne hover over thee, Defoe is there, and more greatly daring Sheber. From their little more elevated stations they look down with recognitions. Ketch turn me. I now veer to the north. Open your widest gates, thou proud exchange of London, that I may look in as proudly. Gresham's wonder hail, I stand upon a level with all your kings. They and I from equal heights with equal superciliousness o'erlook the plodding, money-hunting tribe below, who, busied in their sordid speculations, scarce elevate their eyes to notice your ancient or my recent grandeur. The second Charles smiles on me from 3 pedestals. 50 he closed the exchequer, I cheated the excise. Equal our darings, equal be our lot. Are those the quarters? Tease their fatal chime, that the ever-winged hours would but stand still. But I must descend from this dream of greatness. Stay, a little while importunate our hand, a moment or two, and I shall walk on foot with the undistinguished many. The clerk speaks one, I return to common life. Ketch let me out. PG 333.